Welcome back to class. In the last class I explained the what gender issue means. I explained that quite well. So you can go back to the last video to watch it. I hope my explanation was simple enough. So today I'll be talking about the notable women in the Bible and their contribution. That's the next thing in the next subtopic after the gender issue. So I'll be picking 4 women thereabouts, or 4 to 5 women thereabouts, and I'll be mentioning their contributions. Okay, so I'm going to start with Shipra and Poa. Yes, Shipra and Poa. I'm sure you would have heard about those women before. So about Shipra and Poa. Shipra and Poa were actually Hebrew midwives. You know, when the people were living in slavery in Egypt, they were the Hebrew midwives that King Pharaoh employed to kill the children of the Israelites. So when Joseph was second in command to Pharaoh, the people of Israel, that's Joseph's family, had to come to Egypt to escape the famine in the land. There was no food in their land, so they came to Egypt. So when they came, there were only 70 of them. But after a while, they started expanding, increasing, and then the tribe had grown exponentially in numbers and in strength. So after that particular pharaoh that was there during the time of Joseph, a new pharaoh arose in Egypt, and then that one didn't know Joseph at all. The new pharaoh didn't know Joseph, and he didn't care about the history. That he didn't care whether Joseph was a leader or not. So, and then he became afraid that the people of Israel would become stronger than his people, because he saw how there were many. So he made them slaves. He just turned them to slaves, you know. So he went to the Hebrew midwives, Shipra and Puah, and commanded them to kill all of the male children born to the women of Israel. So it means if he can kill them from young age, they will not be able to, become strong and all that. But Shipra and Puah feared God and didn't do what Pharaoh asked. So they were able to preserve, Moses. And that's a major contribution, because they spared Moses' life, they were able to Moses was able to do what God wanted him to do. He was able to deliver the Israelites from the hand of Pharaoh. When Pharaoh confronted them, God protected them, and he established strong household for them. God actually blessed them. So that's two of the notable women in the Bible and what they did. They didn't listen to Pharaoh's instructions to kill the sons of the Israelites. They didn't listen to him at all. So moving on, I'll be picking Rahab. So about Rahab, excuse me. So Rahab was a woman with a bad reputation. The Bible recorded that Rahab was an harlot. You get, so she had a bad reputation in the city of Jericho. So where 2 spies from Israel went out to check the land. God already promised them Canaan as their promised land, and they would definitely have to pass through Jericho. So 2 spies were sent from Israel to go and check the land and see if the people in Jericho are conquerable, right? So Rahab was a Canaanite, but she trusted in Israel's God. I don't know how an harlot, but we can't judge. So when the spies came to Jericho, she hid them on the roof of her house, which was built on the city wall. The people of Jericho were actually looking for those spies to kill them. So when the king's messengers came to ask about the spies, Rahab misguided them. He sent them elsewhere. You get, so immediately they left. She told the spies the spies had to pass another place where the people looking for them didn't pass. You get, so she told the spies that she knew the Lord had given them the land of Canaan, and she had heard all that God had done for them. So at the Red Sea and all their battles that they won. So she asked that her family should be spared because she had protected them, and then she let them down by a rope through the window of her house. So when Israel took over Jericho, they spared Rahab and her whole family. just as they had promised. And the amazing thing is that Rahab now became the mother of Boaz, and which is the great which made her great grandmother of King David. And Rahab was also added to the line of Jesus Christ. So one major contribution that I think Rahab, you know, can be mentioned of Rahab is the fact that she hid those two spies. Because if they were killed, nobody will be able to go back to Israel to tell them that the land of Jericho was conquerable. So she hid them, and that's a major contribution. Okay, so moving on, I'll be talking about Esther. Yes, so Esther was adopted by Mordecai, and then she was selected by the king to be his wife. You know, and she listened to the instruction of Mordecai, but the man that adopted her. Mordecai was her cousin. So there was something she heard about Aman planning to kill the Jews, the Israelites, and then Esther, following the instruction of her foster father, had to fast. She fasted for her people to be delivered from Haman's wicked heart, and God answered her, and she found favor in the sight of the king. And Haman eventually fell to the ditch that he dug for Mordecai. So, talking about contribution, Esther was able to save her people from death. So that's a major contribution. Okay, so the last one I'll be talking about Deborah. So Deborah was a prophetess and a judge. She inspired Barak to fight the Canaanites who were oppressing Israel for a long time. But Barak was so scared. Barak didn't want to go alone. you know. Even though Deborah told him that God had like he was going to win, but Barak didn't want to go alone. So Deborah had to follow him to the battlefield, and they actually gained their freedom as a result of Deborah's leadership. So that's the major contribution. I feel like if Deborah didn't follow Barak, probably Barak would have, because of fear, not, probably would have won the battle. But, Deborah was so courageous and he followed him and they won the battle. So that's that about the major contributions of women in the Bible. So if you need note on this, like I said, you can get my textbook. It's just for a token of 1,000 naira. I deliver nationwide, but you'll be paying for your delivery fee, okay? So just send me a text that you want it. My contact is on the description, but in the description box rather. So the next topic is um, the women in our society and their contributions. So I'll be starting with Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Yes, I'll be starting with her. And she's a two-time Minister of Finance in Nigeria. She's known for being instrumental in writing off Nigerians' foreign debt during her first time as finance minister. And she's currently the Director General of the World Trade Organization. This woman has done a lot for Nigeria. So, you can't even look down on her. She has done so much for Nigeria. Then, talking about the next person, Professor Dora Akuili. Professor Dora Akuili was the Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control of Nigeria, NAFDAC. So she was known for steadily fighting against fake and substandard drugs during her time at NAFDAC. She was always fighting against fake and substandard drugs, and then she died during the course of her tenure as the Director General. So the next person is Madam Tinubu. Madam Tinubu helped to abolish slave trade in Badagry, and she became the first Iyalode of Egbaland. So that's a major, contribution. She helped to abolish slave trade. Then the last person I'll be talking about is Chioma Anjua. I should say this, that we have a lot of women, okay, that have contributed to society. So I just decided to pick this for. In fact, from my textbook, I talked about Flora and Wampa, a lot of them. So Choma Aduwa is a policewoman and the first Nigerian to win gold at the Olympics in Atlanta in 1996. She's also the first black African woman to win an Olympic gold medal in a field event. So that will be all for this class. Alright, so like I said, if you need to get a copy of this textbook, the reason why I'm always talking about this textbook is that it's very easy to read. It's like a summary of all the topics in your syllabus. So it's something that you can sit down with 2 months your exam and you're ready. Okay. So if you need it, trust me, I deliver everywhere. I'm going to get it to you where you are. Okay. Thank you for watching. Kindly share and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any topic you'd like me to discuss, kindly use the comment section. Okay. Thank you.